You mad while I'm getting busy.
Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bills and the Hawks, all that and more, coming up next.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Strong. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick six here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have the nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to work. And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills 11. 67 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the offense will hold on to this one right at the 5-yard line. Lucky there. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. Now, I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumbled, recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now.
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. So there's the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser. Operating from the red zone now. Allen out to his left. And Diggs has it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And they'll go backwards here. Losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On second down, Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to third and goal.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs from 13 yards out. And the Bills will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that'll make the score 14-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Block it in motion right. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we are back and ready to go for the 2nd quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. On third down, Strong. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have. Make sure.
And he takes it in across the check for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bills continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 21-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Strong. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They just had to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first down, Strong. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau charging hard for that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Operating from the gun, Strong. And that is incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Alex Highsmith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Allen now looks to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
They try again with Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And that makes the score 28-0. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this 3rd down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. Separating from the gun. Strong. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
To the air on 2nd down. Strong. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. He sets to fire deep. And this one is incomplete. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he finally goes out of bounds. So he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And he's brought down. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Cook is in. Touchdown, Bills. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 9, 2nd and 5. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the 2nd half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Garabay's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. That's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Strong. Walker with a grab, left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 139 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the 3rd quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
Cougar 19. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Go.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this time he is in. Leonard Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point right down the middle. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and they finally got to him at the 2-yard line. Almost coast to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully. How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. They'll run with Cook. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Bills are starting to pour it on to the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Walker now on 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes at that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Three quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Lockett, the man in motion. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Looking to throw on second down. Strong. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
No gain on the play. It's third down and 12.
To throw on third down. Strong. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first and 10. Strong. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 43. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 43. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
48 yards rushing for him now, just his first 3 carries.
A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Hey, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Fournette. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about his desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on second and goal. On second down, it's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's third and goal.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Von Miller, his second sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to them. 11 yards and a first down.
14-yard line.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Wisely will throw that one away.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate.